Diablos, a mysterious GF living in another dimension, uses a powerful gravity attack called Gravija. Just after graduating as Sid, the party is sent out on a mission. Headmaster Sid briefs the party on the timber operation and afterward gives Squall the magical lamp. The lamp's description advises saving before use, foreshadowing a possibly difficult fight. Fan Gua, a giant walking mushroom, uses status change attacks with damage attacks. It is a mushroom that uses status ailment-inducing attacks. Fake President. President Delling's double. Attacks in a strange way, but not very strong. However, as his name implies, he is a decoy of the Galbadian president Vinzer Delling used to trap the forest owls. He is a weak opponent who does nothing but bite the party members one at a time. A few hits are enough to morph him into Jero, a monster that posed as President Delling. Attacks with its deformed arms and status attacks. It is the true form of the fake President Delling. Once the party has dealt enough damage to the fake president, he will collapse on the ground and the hideously deformed monster will emerge. Thrustivis, a flying monster found on the Galbadia continent, usually swoops down to attack enemies, but also bites and causes wind gusts when in danger. It is a flying blue dinosaur-type creature found on the Galbadian regions of the world map. It is a useful enemy to fight for procuring wind spells. Cockatrice petrifies enemies with its stare, uses thunder by flapping its wings, uses electrocute when fully grown cockatrices use physical attacks. When they are alone, they can use electric discharge to damage the party or inflict petrify on a party member. They can also use the latter as a counter to magic attacks. Wendigo, a strong monster but not good at using magic, uses powerful physical attacks relying on its strength instead. It is a headless, ape-like monster that attacks swiftly with basketball-like moves. Wendigos appear in forests around Timber area and atop plateaus in Galbadia. They are most common in the barren areas near Delling City, where one may encounter up to 2 of them at once. Ochu likes to live in the forests, attacks with its tentacles and also uses status-changing attacks. It looks like a large version of Grat. Like the other plant enemies, it also uses status ailment attacks. Grendel, a smaller type of dragon, sometimes appears in groups of 2, maybe more dangerous than other dragons. It is fought during the Balaam Garden Revolt, in the forests near Timber, including the forest where the party experiences the second Laguna episode, and on the island closest to Hell. The first place to find Grendels easily is in the forest near Galbadia Garden, sandwiched between 2 cliffs, but only when hugging the mountainside wall so that the location in the menu says Monte Rosa Plateau. Grendels will be the only encounter doing this. This is because Grendels are programmed to appear in Galbadia region forests, but none exist in that region besides this tiny portion. Fighting low-level Grendels without mugging them is useful, as they drop dragon fangs needed to remodel Squall's ultimate weapon, Lionheart. Visage, a monster shaped like a face, uses support magic and special attacks when attacking with righty and lefty together. It is a face emerging from the ground and is sometimes seen with lefty and righty. The Gargantua fight begins with a Visage fight. It is notable for its item farming potential on the Shenand Hills. Righty, a large right hand protruding the earth, can't use magic, uses its strength to attack with force. It appears as a huge hand protruding from the ground, often accompanying Lefty and Visage. Lefty, a large left hand protruding from the earth, sometimes cures party members with status abnormalities. It appears as a huge hand protruding from the ground, often accompanying Righty and Visage. Adamantoise, the rare giant turtle lives on beaches around Dollet and on Longhorn Island, but can also be found in Ultimecia Castle on the Fountain Square. It has good item drops and is thus worth seeking out, though can be annoying to defeat as it resists damage and can heal itself. Its high defense capability makes it difficult to defeat. Owns rare items that make it worth the effort. Uses both gun and sword. Shotgun attack can cause major damage. Not a strong enemy. They usually appear in groups or accompanied by other Esthar weapons. The Esthar soldier, like most human units, is weak to poison. Terminator, a cyborg in the form of an Esthar soldier, but far stronger. It only uses physical attacks. The cyborg's color scheme is black, green, blue, and gray, with its sword held in one hand. Stronger than the human Esthar soldier, the Terminator is still not too strong, with a weakness to the lightning element, Elastoid. It is an Estharian machine encountered by Laguna, anti-personnel weapon made in Esthar, floats with an anti-gravity engine, attacks with its 4 pliable metallic legs. Blood Soul floats with gas that fills its body. Looks weak, but its status-changing attacks may prove otherwise. It is a small flying undead enemy that inflicts the party with zombie and then uses curative spells on them to deal damage. Belhelmel has a rotating blade around its face. Its battle tactics change when its face changes. This monster is frequently partnered with either Gizzards or Blood Souls. When level 30+, it may rarely drop a laser cannon, notable for refining into pulse ammo, a component needed to model Squall's ultimate weapon, Lionheart, and for teaching Quistis a powerful blue magic spell, Homing Laser. Gesper, Esthar's defective weapon, attacks enemies and allies alike. Degenerator destroys opponents. It is an optional encounter during the second Laguna Dream within the Centra excavation site, inside the Crystal Pillar. They are also a mandatory encounter during the 5th Dream in the Lunatic Pandora laboratory. Phastitokalon, a fish that swims in the ground. Only the fin can be seen. One theory says that it may be a shark. It first appears as a fin sticking out of the ground, much like Phastitokalon F, but is discerned by its much deeper and more distinct cry at the start of battle. In similar fashion to its fake counterpart, Phastitokalon's HP is concealed when using scan.